Bomb down this big hill. It's going to lead it through center. One side goes Rosa to Hiko. Brad going. Hughes in there for about fourth wheel, but he's lost a ton of speed. See if they can all make it cleanly over the berm gap. They can. Hiko, Rosa to Hiko. Game and Hughes. It's going to be too close to call. I'm going Rosa, but we'll have to wait for the official results.
Hello and welcome to Shepparton BMX Club for the 2019 BMX Australia Bad Boy National Championships. Well, what a day we have of racing ahead of you today. We've got the big boys on the track, the big girls in the elite classes. We've got a number of world junior age champions on the track today. Kira Hill, Jordan Callum. Very excited to see them. Luke Medill joining me. Luke, you've got to be excited about seeing those guys.
Yeah, definitely. It's great that we've got world champions in the country. You know, they're definitely going to have some pressure on them this weekend. Still no guarantee they're going to win that final, and they're definitely going to have some of the local riders and some of the riders trying to knock them off that perch.
Well, alongside them, obviously, as we mentioned, the elite races, junior elite and the senior elite, the big races of the day, going to wrap up our programming. Luke, let's have a look through those events. The junior girls, Ashley Miller's the defending champion up against Desiree Barnes, who's won multiple world championships in the age group class. Is going to be a great junior and women's elite.
Yeah, that final, again, you know, those girls got 3 races. It's going to be on points, which is going to make things a little bit tougher for them. So, yeah, expect 3 tough races. And again, to take that away, the girls have been jostling all year. It's going to be a hard one.
The junior elite men's, one of my favourite riders, Matty Tiswell, he's going to have his work cut out. Who do you see as the number one contenders in that event?
Yeah, again, another strong class. We've got 4 of the guys that have had all shared different wins and podiums. You know, as you said, Matty Tiswell, we've got Oliver Moran, Corey Taylor and Jack Davis. All those guys have been on the podium this year in different spots. So, yeah, they're definitely the standouts. But, again, there's some other local guys that, you know, could sneak in there and spoil that as well.
Now, in our elite women's event, we're again going to be run over 3 motos, so it's important to be on your game all the way through the day. Leanna Curtis is the one in the field who's won a national title before. Is she going to be the one to beat?
Yeah, definitely. I think she's already stamped a lot on this year. She's obviously won a lot of the National Series rounds. Again, over the 3 motos, she's going to be looking for those points early on. Sarah Jones, I think, is definitely going to give her a run coming back from injury. You know, it could happen. With BMX, anything can happen, as we know. But with being over 3 points, definitely a lot more pressure on those 3 races.
Well, you're right, anything can happen and anything will happen in the elite men's final. Cannot wait for this one. It's going to be the big race of the day. I'm going to put you on the spot, Luke. Who's going to win?
Like I said, I think Isaac's going to probably stamp his ground from Wednesday. He's going to be a tough one to beat. Brandon Hiko was looking extremely strong, and as we saw, you know, during the week it was hard to pick. Today, I'm not going to pick it. You've got Shane Rosa, Matt Kraveskis, and Hayden Fletcher's obviously got a lot of local talent here. You know, Bodie Turner, the list just goes on.
Well, Luke Medill won't make a call, but I will. It's going to be a cracker. So as we take a look at the weather, we've got a low of 12 degrees, a top of 19. We've got the wind coming from the north at about 10 kilometres an hour, so that's coming across the track. Might cause a few issues for riders over the jumps. We'll see how that goes. And there is a forecast for rain, but it's after the racing's supposed to conclude. So, you know, we should see sunshine and great racing all day. We'll go over to Luke, who's at the 8 metre hill.
Thanks, Dave. As you can see behind me, the newest addition to the Shepparton track is the 8 metre hill. The 8 metre hill is in perfect preparation for the World Cups coming to Australia next year. And what we're going to see on this hill is a lot more speed coming from these riders. The intimidation factor in itself going up there on top of that 8 metre hill is going to be a bit of an experience for some of these riders with their first time off the hill. There's going to be some veteran riders that are going to feel really comfortable, and they're the ones that are probably going to push to the front earlier. The racing's going to be a lot closer, tighter and faster, so the crowd and the riders at home are going to get a really good show.
The biggest event on Australian soil in 2019, the BMX Australia Bad Boy National Championships heads to Shepparton BMX Club with over 1,547 entrants from 99 clubs hitting the track 190 kilometres north of Melbourne to compete across 61 events. competing for the coveted 1A plate in their respective divisions. Shepparton last hosted the Nationals in 2014, with the track recently receiving government funding to upgrade the track with a new 8-metre start hill. The upgrades taking the track up to world-class standards, which led the venue to securing a World Cup event in 2020. We kick things off with the Blue Ribbon Men's Elite Division in what is one of the most even fields in recent history. Reigning national title holder Brandon Tehiko and Rio Olympian Bodie Turner will both be ones to keep an eye on, whilst Queenslander Isaac Kennedy is also one to watch in his first year in the division after a dominant win in the inaugural Pro Spectacular earlier in the week. In the opening quarter-final, we see Bodie Turner line up against Joshua McLean, Bradley Game, Joshua Boyton and Nathaniel Rodway rounding out the field.
Gates down, quarter-final number 1. Who got the pop? It's Turner from the centre of the field, the 747, but Boyton's going with him. And you've also got the 232, Matty Kay. No, it's not. It's got to be the other rider in the same colour as Josh McLean in there, but it may make their way downtown. And it is the 747 of Turner. McLean in there for the 2 spot. Boyton's in there for 3. Brad Game and the 518 machine of Nat Rodway after a crash earlier on. Great to see him out there competing, but he's got work to do. He's on the bubble there in 5th as they swing through the final turn. It's going to be Turner for 1, McLean for 2, Boyton for 3, Game for 4. Will they cross the stripe in that order? I'll tell you in a split second. Yes, they do. And Rodway, unfortunately, his day is done after a nasty crash earlier on.
The 747 of Bodie Turner flew out of the gates and led from start to finish to continue his dominant run in qualifying. Fellow Victorian Joshua McLean cruised into finish second ahead of Boyton and Game, with the top 4 progressing, whilst Rodway's 2019 campaign comes to an end. In the second quarter-final, Bodie Turner's younger brother Wade hits the track from gate 3, alongside Shane Rosa, Hayden Fletcher, Alex Cameron and Matthew White.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Cracking start, here we go, 5 out there and 4 to go through. Out in front of the moment, Shane Rosa doing a great job. Hayden Fletcher, looks like Cameron up in 3. You've also got Matty White and Wade Turner. Let's see how it pans out as they come down here, but it's Hayden Fletcher getting it done through here. Shane Rosa, Alex the King Cameron, then we go back to Wade Turner. So on the bubble is Matty White, but your leader at the moment getting it done, Hayden Fletcher. He is looking good. Rosa pounces, tries to go wide. Cameron on the inside. Let's see how this finishes up. Oh, good tight finish. Rosa gets it. Looks like Cameron might have snuck through for the 2 from Hayden Fletcher and Wade Turner. Matty White goes home.
Shepparton's Fletcher showed his local knowledge to get the jump out of the gates and hold the lead into the final straight. However, South Australia's Rosa powered home to steal the win from Fletcher, Turner and Cameron. Reigning elite men's champion Brandon Tehiko is next to hit the track to defend his number 1 plate. However, he'll have his hands full with the likes of Queensland's Tristan Cronk, Jai Homsch, 2-time champion Corey Frieswick and Jamie Gill in quarter-final 3.
Quarter-final number 3 out on track, and it's going to be a cracking start from Brandon Tehiko. Look at Tristan Cronk, couple of Queenslanders there. Frieswick doing some shopping on the outside. He knows how to win this event. Don't you worry about that. It is going to be no change out in front, though, with Tehiko leading the charge. Frieswick in there for 2. TK's going through 3. Next one through is the 711. Homsky's got some work to do there in 5th wheel at the moment, but he's also a very seasoned campaigner. Watch him fly down the 3rd straight. We'll see what he can do to get up into that transfer window. But at the moment, it's all your defending champ. Oh, we've got 2 riders down. Frieswick's had the opposite happen to him. He has bended in the final turn, and it's going to be 247 of Tehiko that goes through, the 711 of Jamie Gill. Next one through is Jai Homsch, and who's going to make the dash across the line? TK will transfer through as well. Frieswick down in the final turn. Your 2-time elite men's national champ, Corey Frieswick, down in the final turn. Not what you want to see, and crashing with a good mate of his, Tristan Cronk. Let's hope TK's all okay and to compete in the next round.
Tehiko showed his class to lead from start to finish. However, an uncharacteristic mistake by Frieswick heading into the final turn saw him lose his front wheel and also take down Cronk in the process. With just 4 to advance to the semis, it was whoever could get back on the bike to complete the race, and unfortunately the 2017 champion was the one to go home after the heavy fall. In the last of the men's elite quarterfinals, 4 Queenslanders hit the track against the local Victorian Max Cairns. It will be a tight tussle for qualifying. However, keep an eye out for Isaac Kennedy, following his victory in the Pro Spectacular earlier in the week.
Good start on the outside there. Let's see how this goes. Matty Kay doing a great job. You've got Isaac Kennedy, Max Cairns, Kyle Hill and Joseph Costa. So leading us out here as he's done most of the day, and that is Isaac Kennedy leading us into this rhythm section, getting the jumps nice and neat. Matty Kay goes with him. The entrance is at the back there. Looks like Max Cairns just jumps in there in front of Hill, and that leaves Joseph Costa on the bubble. But I tell you what, cracking stuff out in front. Matty Kay getting it done, rounds up Kennedy. Kennedy shuts it down, and over the line it will be Matty Kay for the win from Max Cairns, Isaac Kennedy and Kyle Hill.
Kennedy and Matt Krzyzewski's went toe-to-toe from start to finish. However, Krzyzewski's made his move heading into the final turn to secure the victory, while Max Cairns stormed home to steal second from Kennedy and Kyle Hill. Stay with us. After the break, we see the junior elite men and women hit the track. Due to limited competitors, the Junior Elite Women's is contested across 3 motos, with points compiled across the 3 races to crown the champion. Moto 1 saw current champion Ashley Miller looking to go back-to-back as she lined up against Phoebe Wallen, Chantel Rhea, Kiana Botfield, Ellie Ascoli and Queensland's Desiree Barnes.
Gates down on our first Moto Junior Women, and look at them fly high. You've got the current Junior Women champ, and you've got the one first time out in Junior Women, and it's going to be Barnes and Miller toe-to-toe. Barnes gets the upper hand through turn 1. Look at the gap they've got on the rest of the field. It's Desiree Barnes, Ashley Miller from the Castle Hill Club in there for the 2 spot, but Miller fights back hard on the outside. This is going to be a belter towards the finish line. Next one through is the 174 plated bike. That's Phoebe Wallen from Victoria. We come back to the 201 of Ellie Ascoli. Botfield's in there as well as Chantel Ray. Oh, we've got a change in race order. Ashley Miller, she knows how to win a bike race, and Barnes is now in for the 2 spot. Get your hands together, folks, and bang them together loud. Ashley Miller takes Moto 1. Barnes is going to go 2, and I think you'll find Wallen may hang on for 3, but it's a tussle between Ascoli and Botfield.
Miller and Barnes were banging bars down the first straight, and it was the Queenslander who looked to have the first race in the bag. However, a late surge by Miller saw her steal the win as she dove down the inside on the final turn, with Ascoli coming in 3rd. It was all on the line in Moto 2, as another victory for Miller would put her in control for back-to-back national titles. But as we saw in the first Moto, anyone in the field could take up the challenge.
Junior Women Moto 2. Nice strong start. Miller and Barnes go at it again. Miller's got a wheel in front. Can she transfer that into the first turn? Oh, Miller's down. So Ashley Miller has hit the deck there on the first straight. That leaves Desiree Barnes with clear track. So it's going to be Barnes in there for the win in this one. Barring a major in there for the 2 spot. We'll pick them up as they make their way down. But it is going to be the 104 of Barnes, the 174 in there for the 2 spot. That's Phoebe Wallen. Kiana Botfield's the next one through, Ellie Ascoli, and the 215 plated bike of Chantel Ray. But it's all the 104 machine. Desiree Barnes from the Beanley Club in Queensland. She'll round the turn and take this one to the finishing stripe. So Barnes takes this one. Next one through is going to be a very tight battle. Possibly Botfield will wait for that one. No, it's Phoebe Wallen. Botfield goes 3. Ellie Ascoli goes 4.
It was another great tussle heading into the first turn, with a huge crash seeing Miller go down to leave Barnes with a clear track to the finish, with Wallen, Botfield in 3rd. We pick up the action with the Junior Elite Men's semi-finals, and 2018 champion Matthew Tidswell headed up a stacked field consisting of Oliver Moran, Dylan Bennett, Aston Wypich Coles, Cale Warner, Kaya Elburn Tabone,
Moving back up to the top of the 8 metre hill here at the Shepparton BMX Club, we've got our junior men semi-final number 1. Tidswell, Moran, Bennetts, Whippich, Coles, Warner, Elburn, Tabone, Mundy and Fox. Best of luck, gentlemen. Gates down. Who got the best of the start? Matty Tidswell did that. So look at AWC, Whippich, Coles from the centre of the track. But you've got the big unit, Ollie Moran on the inside. And then on the outside, we'll see how they work out. But it's going to be all Tidswell at the moment. Moran still holding on for that 2 spot. Whippich, Coles in transfer position at the moment. Mundy's doing a cracking job down there in about 5th wheel. We've got some big carnage though on the pro set. They worked their way out of the second turn. How's it going to pan out down this 3rd straight? Mundy and Bennett's is where the bubble's at. That's the action spot. But look at Tidswell and Moran. They're going toe to toe. AWC's in there for the 3 spot. And then towards the finishing line, Bennett's is going to transfer through as well. Mundy just misses out there in 5. Tidswell, Moran, Whippich, Coles, Bennett's your transfer positions. Round of applause for our fallen riders, the 217, Matty Fox. And we'll get the number of the other rider. It's a South Australian-based rider. I think you'll find it's Kai Elburn Tabone that fell in there as well.
Tidswell showed his class and determination to secure the win ahead of Moran, Whippich, Coles in 3rd and Bennett's all progressing to the final. The second semi could be anyone's race, with Jack Davis starting from gate 1, alongside Corey Taylor, Dylan Rush, Kai Angel, Harry Phillips, Joshua McDermott, Craig, Dylan Callum.
Here, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gate goes away, good start out there. It looks like, as we come through there, I'm pretty sure that we've got young Corey Taylor and Jack Davis in the mix. So Davis looks like he's leading us out, coming through here in the 2 spot there. That'll be Corey Taylor. Oh, he's got sideways. He's ended up miles out as we come down there. Then it's the 961. Harry Craig in the 3 spot there, looking good to transfer as we come through here. So let's pick them up there. We might be able to pick up as they come down to that stripe. But at the moment, it is Jack Davis leading us out there, super smooth to the end. And we get through there, and it looks like it will be Kai Angel, Harrison Craig and Harry Phillips getting in ahead of Dylan Rush.
Taylor looks set to cruise through into the final before coming unstuck in the back straight. Davis somehow managed to avoid Taylor to qualify fastest for the final from Angel, Craig and Phillips. Coming up after the break, we'll catch up with Australia's golden girl on 2 wheels, Caroline Buchanan, and then hit the track with the elite men and women.
Caroline, firstly, how's everything been going?
I've been pretty patient. It's been a journey. 6 months off the bike, 5 months back on the bike, some further surgeries, complications, and now another 6 months. So yeah, over the last 15 years of my career, I've had amazing results. I've always been pretty injury-free and lucky. So this journey's taught me a lot of lessons, how to be patient, obviously first and foremost. But to be here today and still support the riders, be back in this BMX community that I love, it's refreshing and sort of exciting on this last stretch before I find out the results.
So I guess what brings you to Shepparton, and also, how have you been spending your time here?
So yeah, this week I've just launched a new kids book, Girls Can Be, so doing a bit of a book launch signing. It's also the 6th year that I've been running my Buchanan Next Gen Girls Scholarship Program. So yeah, it's still a lot happening behind the scenes. Even though I'm off 2 wheels, this is still keeping me busy on the sidelines. So today, very fortunate to hand out 2 more scholarships of $10,000, $5,000 each to help the 14, 15-year-old girls get to the World Championships. And it's been the momentum of now the 12th and 13th girl, and each year just, the support from corporate sponsors like Rubik 3 just keeps on growing, and I think, I'm nervous for the girls but excited at the same time, and I just can't wait to see who's crowned this year.
All right, well, it's excellent to have you here, and thank you for being here. Enjoy the racing, and again, thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Next up, the elite women hit the track for the first time. Their competition will also be contested across 3 motos, with the winner securing the highest combined point score across the races. With Buchanan still out injured and up-and-coming superstar Saya Sakakibara competing at the World Cup, the door was open for one of the other girls to launch themselves onto the world stage. Rachel Gaskin starts in Gate 1 from Gemma Lee Thomas, Courtney Stevenson, Liana Curtis, Sarah Jones and Annalise Rockoff.
Gate goes down, elite women getting off to a fly there. That's going to be... that is Jones, I think it is. But going with her also, that's going to be Gaskin there in the mix, as well as Stevenson, Gemma Lee Thomas, Curtis. So in the crisp colours, she's going to lead us up through the second straight now. Liana Curtis, plenty of hoot tail there from Jones, I think it is, moving into that 2 spot there. But it's all Curtis at the moment. Jones in there for 2 to 660 on the plate. Rachel Gaskin from the WA in there for 3s. They headed up through the 3rd straight there, working hard, trying to pick up that 4th spot at the moment. Here's Gemma Lee Thomas, but it's all Liana Curtis, so she's going to lead the charge down through the home straight there. It'll be Curtis take the win. Back in the for 2 is Sarah Jones, for 3 Gaskin.
2016 champion Liana Curtis showed her class to lead the girls out of the gates and managed to hold on all the way to the finish ahead of Jones and Gaskin in 3rd. It's do or die for the girls who finished back in the field with a victory needed in Moto 2 to keep their dreams of taking the #1 plate home in 2019.
Good start by Liana Curtis, Sarah Jones on the inside as well as they come down this straight, looking good. You've also got in the mix Stevenson, Rockoff and Gemma Lee Thomas back after injury. So getting the whole shot here, Liana Curtis looking good, the New South Welshman as she comes down here towards commentary, but tucked in right behind her, I'm pretty sure is Sarah Jones there, the 247 on the plate. Then we go back to Gemma Lee Thomas looking good as we come round there. And I tell you what, some great racing. Rachel Gaskin right there or thereabouts as well in the 4. And your leader at the moment, though, it is Liana Curtis, and she is going to take this one all the way to the stripe. Good second there for Sarah Jones, and the 3rd place there belongs to Gemma Lee Thomas.
It was Curtis and Jones who got the jump on the field out of the gates again, and despite trying everything in her trick bag, Jones couldn't find a way past the New South Welshman. Curtis all but securing the national title with 1 race to spare, with Jones in 2 and Thomas coming home in 3rd. Semi-final 1 of the men's elite saw a lineup that could be a final anywhere in the world, with Rio Olympian Bodie Turner in Gate 1, alongside Queensland duo Matt Krzyzewskis and Joshua Boyton, Alex Cameron in 4, the in-form Isaac Kennedy in 5, Wade Turner in 6, with Jamie Bill and Tristan Cronk rounding out the field.
Man elite semi-final #1. Look for Isaac Kennedy the outside. He's been doing it all week and he's done it again. Kennedy leads the drag race down the first straightaway. The 2-3-2. Matty Krzyzewskis in there for the 2 spot. Oh, but doing some shopping there. That's got to be Alex the King. Cameron, we've got Carnage out of turn 1. Cameron's in there for the 2 spot. Piggy Kennedy has got clear track between himself and his maiden elite men's final. He is just elite men this year and he's leading the charge. A 333 in there for the 2. Boyton's in there for the 3 spot. We'll get the rest of the riders as they come around, but it's going to be Isaac Kennedy. He is in a cracking position at the moment, transferring through with plenty of speed. The 333, next one through. The 369 was that spot I missed. That belonged to Wade Turner. So Isaac Kennedy, Alex Cameron, Josh Boyton, Wade Turner. Take a bow. You are into an elite level final for 2019. The replay, we just see the carnage there. Bodie Turner was one of the fallen riders. In fact, the 747 machine. 2016 Rio Olympian Bodie Turner. You just see there on the replay, just plenty of carnage. Bit of a clip there from one of the riders coming past. Luckily, they didn't come down as well, but bikes and bodies on the line here.
Isaac Kennedy again flew out of the gates and got across to the first turn ahead of the field and avoided the collision coming out of the first turn between Bodie Turner and Krzyzewskis. It was a clear run to the finish for Kennedy to qualify fastest for the final ahead of Cameron Boyton and Wade Turner, all progressing to the final. Reigning champion Brandon Tehiko lined up in Gate 1 for the second semi. and will be confident of going back-to-back with two of his biggest rivals crashing out in the last race. However, it also provides a massive opportunity for the rest of the field to secure their first title. Joshua McLean began from gate 2, alongside Shane Rosa, Bradley Game, Max Cairns, Hayden Fletcher, Kyle Hill and Jai Homsch.
Semi-final number 2, elite men. Here we go. On the inside, Brandon Tahiko pushing through, as is Bradley Game. Looking good and getting a whole shot there. Looks like it might be Hayden Fletcher. Oh, he's come down. Commentator's curse. And that leaves the door open. Let's see who's left as we come through here. So it looks like Hill moving through there. Then it's the 32 of Shane Rosa. Then it's the 35 and the 215. So Bradley Game right there. And as we come down there, but your fallen riders there, Homshi, Tahiko, they all got held up in that. But out in front, that's where the action is. And Shane Rosa looks like he's going to get it done over the line from Hill. Bradley Game for the 3. And the 4 spot belongs to Josh McLean. Let's put it together for your fallen riders. The 462, Maxi Cairns, bring it around now. And the 240 of Jai Homsch.
Local Hayden Fletcher proved local knowledge goes a long way in racing, to have a clear lead heading into the first turn. However, he went down after he lost his front wheel, which also ended Tahiko's dreams of back-to-back titles after getting tangled up with Max Cairns in the collision. While their dreams ended, it opened the door for Rosa to storm home in first and qualify fastest for the final from Hill, Game and McLean, who all progress. Don't go anywhere. Coming up after the break, we see the riders hit the track for the finals. Welcome back, and it's finals time. It's come down to the wire for Australia's best rider, and we have the junior elite women up first. And it's a race between Queensland's Desiree Barnes and New South Wales rider Ashley Miller. Miller took the win in the first race, however left Barnes in pole position after crashing out in race 2.
From Queensland, the 104 plated bike makes some noise for Desiree Barnes. From Victoria, the 174 plated bike Phoebe Wallen. From Queensland, the 632 Kiana Botfield. From the Northern Territory, the 201 Ellia Scully. From WA, the 215 of Chantel Ray. And unfortunately not able to take the gate in the third motor. A big shout out from New South Wales, Ashley Miller. Good luck, riders. Gate comes down. Who got the pop? Barnes, you'd expect to be leading this one. Oh, Kiana Botfield sends it high in the sky. She's going to have another go and gets in that for the 2 spot. So Botfield, a big move there. Bringing it to the final moto here at the National Champs, but it's going to be all out in front. The 104 machine, Desiree Barnes. Botfield's in there for the 2 spot. Back in there for the 3 is the 174 machine. That's going to be Phoebe Wallen. We come back to Ellia Scully and the 215 plated bike, which belongs to Chantel Ray. But downtown in single file action, Desiree Barnes leads the charge. In there for the 2 spot, it's going to be Kiana Botfield. So around that final turn, it's going to be no change out in front. Barnes, she'll come through. That'll give her the points to take out the national champion, the junior women. Botfield's going to go 2. The 174 Phoebe Wallen in for 3.
It was Barnes's race to lose after Miller was left at the starting gates, and the teen sensation didn't disappoint, holding on to the lead ahead of Botfield and Wallen in 3rd. The win securing Barnes the Junior Elite Women's title at her first attempt and her 9th consecutive national title. Victoria's Wallen claimed the number 2 plate ahead of Queensland's Botfield, rounding out the podium.
Well, Desiree, 9 Australian titles in a row. Must be pretty stoked for that.
I knew coming into junior women would be a lot tougher, but I'm stoked to come out with the win. And I hope Ashley's all good. I know Robin's racing, so yeah.
How much tougher was this one than the others?
I think it was more just the nervousness. I don't know, maybe coming off the 8 metre and stuff, but yeah.
Well, congratulations. Looking forward to seeing you at the World Championships.
Thank you.
Time now for the Junior Elite men, and the form rider throughout competition has been Matthew Tidswell. However, the winner could come from anywhere in the field, with New South Wales contingent Oliver Moran, Jack Davis, Aston Whippich-Coles and Harrison Craig all having great weeks, alongside Dylan Bennett and Harry Phillips.
On the 8 metre start hill, men's junior elite final with a 5.12 on the plate, Matthew Tidswell from South Australia. With the 18 on the plate from New South Wales, Oliver Moran. With the 85 on the plate from New South Wales, Jack Davis. With a 4.33 on the plate from New South Wales, Aston Whippich-Coles. With a 1.51 on the plate from Western Australia, Dylan Bennett. With a 9.61 on the plate from Queensland, Kai Angel. With a 1.80 on the plate from New South Wales, Harrison Craig. And the 1.01 on the plate from Queensland, Harry Phillips. Good luck, gentlemen.
Okay, riders, let them start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Okay, they're away sweetly, and Tidswell gets away sharpishly as he's done all day. Oh, we've had a 4, we've lost 3. Harry Craig's in one of those, so that's a bit of bad luck for those riders. But out in front, Matthew Tidswell, he is leading them out. In the 2 spot, looks like it's Jack Davis and Ollie Moran right there. Then it's the 4.33, Aston Whippich-Coles, and they're in line. In behind that, Kai Angel. So your fallen riders being Craig, Phillips and Bennett. But out in the lead at the moment, Matthew Tidswell. He's got this one shot to bits, but here comes Davis and Moran, but it's Tidswell gets it from Davis and Moran.
Again, the jump out of the gates proved crucial, and as he has done all day, Tidswell managed to avoid the crash over the first jump and set his line throughout. Davis put up a gallant late challenge to take home second from Moran in 3. The South Australian securing his maiden title and the one to chase heading into 2020.
Matty Tidswell, you've been the guy in front all day. How much pressure did you feel coming into that last one?
Oh, I was pretty nervous. If I had a good first straight, I knew I could hold on to it for the rest of the lap. But it was still some pretty close racing.
It's your first Aussie title. You've stepped up amazingly this year. What do you put that down to?
Just a lot of hard work, a lot of training.
Well, congratulations, Matty Tidswell, South Australian and now Australian champion.
Barring a catastrophe, Liana Curtis had all but secured the elite women's title heading into the final moto. However, with 2 seconds in the opening 2 motos, Queensland's Sarah Jones will push her to the death. While the minor placings were still wide open with Gemma Lee Thomas, Rachel Gaskin, Annalise Rockhoff and Courtney Stevenson completing the lineup.
Okay, on the gate, women's elite final with a 1.72 on the plate from New South Wales, Liana Curtis. With a 2.47 on the plate from Queensland, Sarah Jones. With a 5.12 on the plate from New South Wales, Gemma Lee Thomas. With a 6.60 on the plate from Western Australia, Rachel Gaskin. With a 4.19 on the plate from South Australia, Annalise Rockhoff. And the 6.46 on the plate from Queensland, Courtney Stevenson. Good luck, ladies.
Okay, riders, let them start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
The ladies fly on the big 8 metre start hill, and as you'd expect, Liana Curtis puts it down there and just pokes her nose in front, but Sarah Jones goes with her. Let's just see how they come out at the end of this first berm, and it is Liana Curtis leading them out there, and in behind her and fighting on hard, Sarah Jones. You've also got Gemma Lee Thomas there doing a great job coming around here, holding off the rest if she can. And it's actually the 4.19 of Annalise Rockhoff in the 3 spot. She's being challenged on the outside. Gaskin and Stevenson fighting on hard, but out in front, Leanna Curtis has got this whole shot to home. She's going to take it out. The 2 spot there belongs to Sarah Jones, and getting the 3 there, that will be Annalise Rockhoff from Gaskin, Stevenson and Thomas.
It was a cracking drag down to the first turn between the 1 and 2. However, Curtis managed to hold the inside line and the lead to ensure the victory ahead of Jones and Rockhoff back in 3rd. Curtis proving her class to dominate all 3 motos to win her 2nd national women's elite title from Jones, who finished with 3 seconds, and Western Australia's Rachel Gaskin taking home 3rd.
Well, Leanna Curtis, a 2nd Australian title. They don't come along very often. How do you feel?
Right now I'm feeling pretty terrible, but no, it's good. It's always good to get a win, and it's unfortunate that every woman isn't here to race, but I'll take it for what it is.
Now, racing 3 motos, every time you get on the gate is super important. You know, you couldn't make an error today. Is there a bit of pressure with that?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't like this format. Makes me try way too hard in each race. But yeah, it is what it is, and it's kind of good. It helps you to try harder not to minimise any risks, so in the long run it'll be good.
So what has to happen now for Leanna Curtis in the next year?
A few more World Cups, and yeah, we'll see how we do with those, and hopefully I can qualify for world titles as well, and just keep trying to do the international racing as much as I can.
Okay, and talking of international racing, Australians getting pretty strong on the international scene. What do you foresee for Australians over the next year?
Yeah, it's looking good. In the men and the females looking good, so we've got a lot of good riders here, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we can do.
The moment we've all been waiting for is here, with the final of the elite men, and the title is wide open following all of the carnage in the semis, where we saw a number of the favourites for the event taken out. Qualifying fastest is Queensland's Isaac Kennedy, who has been unstoppable all week, ahead of Alex Cameron, Joshua Boyton, Wade Turner, Shane Rosa, Kyle Hill, Bradley Game and Joshua McLean.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your hands together. We are about to crown a national champ in elite men. We'll go through the start list and order their qualification. From Queensland, the 94 plated bike, Isaac Kennedy. From New South Wales, the 333 plated bike, Alex the King Cameron. From Queensland, the 875 machine, Josh Boyton. From Victoria, the 369 machine, Wade Turner. From South Australia, the 32 plated bike, Rampaging Rosa, Shane Rosa. From Queensland, the 395 plated bike of Kyle Hill. From WA for Yes BMX, make some noise for Brad Game. From Victoria for Full Tilt Racing, the 215 plated bike, Josh McLean. Good luck, gentlemen.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
Gates down, who got the pop? Look for Kennedy out wide, he's been doing it all day. Has he got the pull? I think he does. Rose is going with him, but Isaac Kennedy, he will be your race leader into turn 1. Next one through is going to be Kyle Hill. We come back to the 32 plated bike of Shane Rosa, but Isaac Kennedy, he looked cracking on Wednesday. He looks even more impressive today. Out of the Dwight Racing Stables, it is going to be Isaac Kennedy. Come back through to Hill, Rosa, then we come back to Joshy Boyton. We've got a race on our hands here. Make some noise, race fans. The youngest man in the field, the big Queenslander, Isaac Kennedy, is your elite men's national champ. Kyle Hill goes through for 2, Shane Rosa goes 3, Boyton 4, Brad Game, Josh McLean in there for 6. That has been a cracking day. Alex the King Cameron, take a bow. He is a fantastic competitor, and also the 369 of Wade Turner. That is the way they shake down. A bit of an X up there from the King. We've got a replay of that crash in the first turn. The boys just coming together there halfway through turn 1. But show your appreciation for these fallen riders, Wade Turner and Alex Cameron, putting on a fantastic show for the fans here.
Kennedy was in red-hot form again in the final to fly out of the gates and into the first turn, and from there, he was unstoppable. The Queenslander has long shown he has the talent to succeed on the sport's biggest stage, and after a few injury setbacks in recent years, he's confirmed he's world class to win the title at his first attempt in the class. Fellow Queenslander Kyle Hill finished in second, while South Australian Shane Rosa showed his class to take home third position.
Isaac, you're making a habit of this. Let's let that sink in. You're the Australian men's elite champion. How do you feel?
Yeah, this is awesome. It's my first year racing in elite and hasn't been a great start this year, injured, but I'm stoked.
You pretty much led from start to finish, all day Wednesday, all day today. How much have you been working on that start and how important was it?
Yeah, it was really good. I just decided to go out at 8 all week and I was popping off gates all week, so it was awesome.
What to from here?
I'm not sure yet, maybe try head overseas at the end of the year, but I'm not sure right now.
Just one other thing. I reckon you're the youngest in the field. You were racing Alex Cameron today, a two-time Australian champion. He's 10 or more years older than you. What do you think about that? Will you still be here then?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. It's pretty fun, so stick around for a couple of years.
All right, just before you finish up, sure there's plenty of people you want to thank.
Yeah, I just want to thank my coach, Sean Dwight, and all my training partners that, they're what make me fast out here. So I want to thank them and my parents and just everyone else who supports me.
After another amazing event, it's evident that the future of Australian BMX is looking stronger than ever. Congratulations to all the riders, and make sure you tune in next time for all of the action.
As we introduce the elite men finalists for 2018. Got the best of the start. Bomb down this big hill. It's going to lead it through center. One side goes Rosa to Hiko. Brad going. Hughes in there for about fourth wheel, but he's lost a ton of speed. See if they can all make it cleanly over the berm gap. They can. Hiko, Rosa to Hiko. Game and Hughes. It's going to be too close to call. I'm going Rosa, but we'll have to wait for the official result.